Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 73. Welcome. Okay, so I have quite a bit of stuff to show you for this week, so let's just get started. Okay, so for the my finished objects, I have a finished blanket. This is the 365 Days of Granny Square project, and these are the blankets that I've been putting together using those squares. So this is blanket number 9 that I finished. And here it is. I ended up doing 6 squares by 5 squares, and I just joined them together using the flat braid join as you go method with black. And then around the edges, just to enlarge it just a little bit, I just continued on with 3 other colors, still continuing that chain, let's see, it's slip stitch, chain 2, slip stitch, and then in the corners it's slip stitch, chain 4, slip stitch. Okay, and so I just did that all the way around the edges, just using up some more of the colors, some of the colors that were in the blanket. So that one is finished. So I'll be starting a new blanket. It would be blanket number 10 with the next set of squares. Okay, so speaking of squares, I kind of got square happy this week. So instead of 6 squares, I actually got 10 done. And let's see, last week we left off on number 316. So continuing on with that, number 317 is this one. And this one is 318 right here. This one is 319. And this one is 320. I really like this one. I should have gone down another hook size though, because it did turn out quite large. So if I would have gone down another hook size, it would have fit better with these squares, but they'll fit. It'll fit. Okay, so that was 19, right? I think. 17, 18, 19, 20. No, 17, 18, 19. That was 320. Sorry, lost count. Okay, so this one's 321 right there. And then 322 is this one. This one is, it's really dark, but it's bullion stitches around. Okay. 323 is this one. Now I did have to enlarge this one with this extra round here of a round of double crochets that I added to make it about the same size as the other ones. Okay, and then 324 is this one, and I don't know why. See how the square is kind of like that? It's kind of tilted. I'm not sure how come it turned out like that. It's kind of pulling a little bit, but I like the way it turned out though. Okay, and then 325 is this one. Oh no, sorry, I got them out of order. This one's 325, yeah. It's kind of like a snowflake design inside of a square, okay? And this one is 326. Yeah, I got them backwards. Okay, so there's my first 10 squares for this blanket, this next blanket project. Now, about that, so last week I left off on 316, and it goes up to number 366, which is a leap year square. Now, these are, if I didn't say, this is the 365 Days of Granny Square project by Nadia of Yarn Utopia, and she has tutorials for each square here on YouTube. Okay, so I counted up to see how many squares I have left to the end, and I had exactly 50 squares left. And so what I'm going to do is I will get 2 more blankets out of that. So these blankets will be 5 squares by 5 square, so 25 squares per blanket. And so what I did is actually I went up another hook size. I have been using a size J hook, well, mainly because when the squares are larger, then I have to try to go down a few hooks to try to get the size so they're always kind of the same size. Well, these, I went up to a size K hook because since I'm going to have less squares in the blanket, I wanted to try to enlarge them even more. And so I'm kind of using a range, but my top hook is a K now. But I have some of these I had to go down to an I hook. Some of them I used a J. I don't think I made one with an H. This one right here that I was telling you about, I probably should have gone down to an H, and then that would have been a little bit better in size. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I guess since I'm getting so close to the end, it kind of motivated me to try to jump ahead, and so I went ahead and did 10 squares instead of the regular 6 that I have been doing every week. It's like you say, the light, not tunnel, because it's not like it hasn't been a terrible project. I've really enjoyed doing the project, but you see the finish line. Let's call it that, and you see it, and so you want to speed up and get there to get finished. But I have definitely enjoyed this project. I'm still enjoying this project, learning a lot of different stitch techniques that I didn't know before, and especially stitch combinations to make these squares. Anyway, so that's my squares. And so finished object number 3 is I finished my top banner for my Christmas character blanket. This is the one that is by Sarah Zimmerman, and it is a corner to corner project. And I finished all 9 of the Christmas character squares, and I just need the top and bottom, the top being the banner that says Mary. And so I got finished with that. So there it is. It has 2 ornaments. It says Mary and then 2 more ornaments. And I am using sparkly yarn. I don't know if you probably see the sparkles maybe. Anyway, for the ornaments. And then just Red Heart Super Saver. Cherry red, I think that's what it is for the letters. And then the sparkly, mainly that is Karen Simply Soft Party, except for the red, which I don't know what it is. It's a red sparkly that I had that I don't have the ball band to anymore. Anyway, so there it is, and it fits. I laid it up across the top of my blanket since I had the squares put together already, and I did make it the right width. I mean, I just followed the chart, but I'm just saying with my tension, it did work out the correct width, so I'm happy about that. So that is another finished object. Now the next finished object I can't show you because I already gave it away, and I'll talk about that. So it is the NICU or the Preemie baby hats that I have been making for a hat drive that was to be donated. The hats to be donated to a local hospital, to their NICU unit, their neonatal intensive care unit, and for Halloween. And so I went ahead and took those and delivered those last night. And I wasn't able to coordinate with the coordinator as far as a time to give the hats to her. And so she said, well, you can take the hats directly to the hospital if you want to. And so since we were going to be on that side of the city last night, my husband said, let's just go ahead and take the hats that you have, and we'll drop them off and save you a trip. So we did that last night. My husband waited for us in the car, and my son and myself went into the hospital and found the NICU, and went up to the nurse's station and donated the hats. Now, so what I'm saying is I had done a polar bear hat. In fact, I did a tutorial and I already released it. It's on my channel, but it shows the polar bear hat that I did. And I also did a second panda hat, and I also have a tutorial for that on my channel. Okay, so those are the hats I took. Now, I took a total of, I think, 11 hats that I made, and then one of my viewers, Jody, hi Jody, she contacted me, and she wanted to donate also a couple of hats, or some hats that she was making, and so she made a couple of hats and mailed them to me, and I got those, and I included them into the donation. So thank you very much, Jody, for doing that. Anyway, so when I went up to the nurse's station, the nurses, of course, got into the sack and started pulling the hats out and looking at them, and they were all oohing and eyeing over the hats, and they just acted like they were just really appreciative that I had brought them. And what was extra special is the fact that there was it's like a unit that's got these separate, I guess it's like separate wards that you can go into. It's like more than one room. I'm not sure. I'd never been to this hospital before, so it's not exactly my area of the city, so I had never been there before. Anyway, there was a young couple that was coming out. They had just went in to visit their child, their baby, and they were coming out, and so one of the nurses said, "Oh, here, take this. This lady brought these hats that she made, and here, you can have this one for your baby." And she gave her one. She gave them. It was the parents, both the parents. One of the little tiger hats that I had made, and I have a tutorial for that on my channel. Anyway, they were so touched, and it was just such a neat thing, you know. The husband, the father, was like saying, "You made these, and you made these and donating these people that you don't even know, and oh, that's so nice of you." And they were so happy about getting this little hat for their baby. And so anyway, he talked to me a little bit about their baby, and the baby was going on day 100 of being in the NICU, and I asked how their baby was doing, and he said that the little boy would probably have to be in the hospital another month and then get to go home, but that he was doing well. So anyway, it was nice to be able to talk to somebody and actually be there and see them receive the hats that I had made. So it was really neat. I really had a good time doing that. Actually, it's the first time, did I say that? I don't know. It's my first time for me actually in person taking them, yeah, I guess. But usually, like last year, I just gave them to one of the coordinators, and then they took the hats. And in fact, they're going to take more hats this coming Saturday. I just couldn't make it at that time, so I had to take mine early. But anyway, I'm supposed to, I think, get some pictures or something of that. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. It was a great experience and it made me feel good. Anyway, so that was my finished objects. A comment about my finished object from last week, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, the goat, the crochet goat that I made. It was given to the lady that wanted me to make it for her, and she gave it to her. It was her sister that was expecting, and it was for a baby shower for her. Anyway, she did send me pictures of them opening the present with the goat in it, and they took a picture with the goat, you know, and anyway, they loved it, so I was glad that that went over well. So she sent me a couple of pictures of them with the goat. Anyway, so that is finished objects. Now, works in progress. Okay, so since I finished that Christmas banner, the top part that says Mary, I thought this was, I got the dates wrong, but I thought this week was going to be the next installment of the Harmony sample blanket from Sarah Satch, but it's not this week, it's this coming week that she'll be releasing it. So I didn't have that I had to work on. So I went ahead and got started on the bottom banner of my Christmas blanket, which actually I was going to do it in for November's project. But since I have to go ahead and get them put together and do the border around it as well, I thought I might as well get it done early. So I went ahead and started the Christmas part, which is the bottom banner. And let me see if I can hold up that. Now, since Christmas has more letters than Mary, there's only one ornament on either side of the word. So here it is. I've got the one ornament done, and then Chris. Oh, well, I'm starting the S right there. And then when I get Christmas, and then at the end, there's one more ornament. Okay, so anyway, it's coming along. And it's like I said, when the other one, it works up pretty quickly since it's not very wide. Not very wide. No, tall. This is width. Okay, so that is works in progress number 1. And then the shark pillow that I showed you. Now this is from Spin a Yarn Crochet. I think that's what it is. I will put links in the description box below of all the patterns that I'm showing you today. Anyway, this is the shark pillow that I had showed. I think I showed it last week that I was working on. Well, I finished the front panel of it, and so I can show you that. Let me get it out from under everything here. Okay, so here is the front panel of the shark. Now, it's not totally finished. I mean, with the blanket yarn, I'm finished with the front panel, but I have to go back with just white worsted weight yarn and make his teeth and then attach the teeth. You know, it lines the mouth, all the mouth opening, okay? So I haven't done that part yet. But the what is tapestry crochet, anyway, that's complete. It's going to be a pretty big size blanket. Not blanket, pillow. So anyway, there he is. He's shaping up. And of course now I'll show you the back. It's a mess, but it's all the floats, see, where I carried the yarn over. Now I could have done it better and probably saved yarn by dividing up the pink and the red into like 2 separate balls and do that, but I got started doing it and I was excited about getting started, and so I didn't, and I just carried the floats across. But you will not see this part because it'll be on the inside of the pillow, of course. So I went ahead and got started on the back panel, and it will go quicker because hardly no color changes, of course. See the bottom, there's the back panel I've started so far. Let me pull me some slack here. Just a few waves at the bottom, just like I did the other piece, and then you see that I have the gray started. So I'm done with the waves, and so now so now I have just gray, okay, all the way up to the top, because it's like the back of the shark. So the width is matching, so that's good for the 2 pieces when I put them together. So anyway, starting on that. And then let's see, what else do I have? Let me get my notes back over here. Okay, so last week I told you about a crocheted lion and an alligator that I was going to start making for someone. Well, for her twins. She has a boy and a girl, set of twins. And so I had picked out a lion pattern, and I think I even showed it to you. Well, I'm kind of holding off on that because I did find an alligator pattern. I told you last week I was going to order it, and it is in this book, and I got it off of Amazon. It's called Zumi-Gurumi number 5. Okay, it's a series of books. And in this book, they have a pattern for, well, they call it a crocodile, but I'm using it as an alligator. Right here. It's Con the crocodile. Let me see if I can find a picture where I don't show any of the pattern. Let me see. I have to cover it up. I'll use one of these squares. There. There you go. See? Con the crocodile. Right there. Well, I'm going to use him as an alligator. This book is super cute. There's lots of really cute other animals in here. There's a flamingo. You can see at the back there. This walrus right there is so cute. And then I really like this puppy. And there's a mouse right there. There's a flamingo, and I think you have to put pipe cleaners in his legs and neck to stabilize him. And then there's a little bull right there. It's really cute. But anyway, lots of cute patterns. There's the alligator again. I mean, crocodile. And of course this peacock on the front's really cute too. Anyway, I see that I foresee that I will be making quite a few of these. Okay, so my progress on the alligator. Now, the reason I went ahead and started working on the alligator instead of the lion is because the pattern I had picked out for the lion that I wanted to do, in fact, I purchased the pattern, I think it's going to be too big, because since it's going to a brother and sister set of twins, I wanted the projects to be similar in size, okay? So that way there's no sibling rivalry or arguing or anything about, oh, yours is bigger than mine, and you know, whatever. So when I saw the finished measurement that they were talking about in the book on the crocodile or alligator, I think it's going to be smaller. And so I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and do the crocodile first to see what my finished height is on the crocodile. And then alligator. I have to call it an alligator though. Anyway, and then I will see, because I have a backup lion pattern that I can do that I think it's smaller, and so I'm just going to see which one I'll do. I don't know, but I'd really want them to be close to the same size. But anyway, here is the head. Now the eyes are separate that fit up above here, attach on top, but you can see the two nostrils right there. So anyway, that's what I've gotten done. I am using some yarn I got from, get it in my bag, Joann's, and it is Big Twist Value yarn. It's the Joann's yarn, and it's in emerald. So that's what I'm using for the alligator. So we stay tuned. We'll find out which pattern I use for the lion. But anyway, I have a little bit of time. I told her that I was making them, and she said that she would give them to them for Christmas. So I'll go ahead and make the alligator first, look what the size is, and then decide on the pattern, which pattern of the lion I will do. Okay, so that is my works in progress. That's it. So let's see, was that it? Upcoming. Now this, like I said, this next week is going to be the release of the Harmony sampler blanket from Sarah Satch, and so that will be this coming week. And then of course next Friday, which will be after our next episode, will be the calendar blanket from Jada and Stitches, because that will be into November, and so that one will be coming up in 2 weeks. So those will be upcoming. And of course my poor llama blanket, I have not done anything. I keep shifting it around. It's in the chair right down here. But I really need to get onto that. Get back onto that. Also, since it's getting closer to the holiday season, startup of the holiday season, I need to really evaluate the rest of the things I wanted to do for Christmas gifts. I do have another blanket, Bernat blanket yarn project that I want to do. And it's for Christmas gift, and I don't know if I'm going to make 2 or 1. I might just make 1. Really cute. I don't have the picture right now to show you right quick, but it is a neck pillow, but it's for a child, and you put these little pieces that you attach to the horseshoe looking neck pillow, and it is a horse. It's really cute, and so I want to make that for one of my great nieces, one of the ones getting the circle vest, because her birthday is in December as well. So I may make, the vest will be for Christmas maybe, or vice versa. I don't know, with the pillow. But I think, anyway, it's really cute, and I want to make that. So I did get the yarn for it. I went to Joann's and picked up quite a few pieces of yarn. I did get the colors for the winter wall hanging project. I did find the colors that I want to use for the background colors, I think. So I need to really start working on that, so then I could release the pattern for that pretty soon. So let's see, that's it, I guess. I've got a few ideas of things to do for next year as part as the goal, couple of different new goals that I want to set. I guess they're different, or I don't know, but have a few ideas of things that we can do and work on together this next year, possibly. Been thinking about that a little bit. And I do know, though, that one of my goals is to have more of the baby hats done for next year's hat drive. I kind of felt bad that I only had, I had 13. 2 of them weren't mine. Weren't from me, but I personally made 11 hats, and I'm thinking I had a whole year and I didn't make more than that. So I'm definitely going to set myself a personal goal to make more for next year. Don't know for sure. I think I have a number in mind, but I don't know for sure yet. But that is going to be one of my goals. So, stay tuned for that. Okay, so thank you so much for all of my subscribers. I just checked a while ago, and my subscriber number for this channel is 1,987, which is a special number to me because that is the year that I got married. So I thought that was kind of cool that it's like, oh, it's my anniversary year, you know, or the year that we got married. So yes, I have been married 31 years. And 31 and a half now. So anyway, I thought that was neat. So thank you so much for to my subscribers, my original subscribers, longtime subscribers, my new subscribers. Also, welcome. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking with me and for subscribing. And because of course I wouldn't have those numbers that I have without you. And so it's exciting. I love interacting. I was just talking to my father-in-law yesterday that I have been chatting back and forth with several people, and it's people that I have met just here on YouTube. I have not met them face to face, but I feel like they're just old friends of mine. And so he was very intrigued when I told him that one of my viewers that I have become good friends with is from Newfoundland, and he thought that was really awesome to be able to see and to hear what the weather is like there and back and forth. And that is Beverly. Hi, Beverly. I'm so glad that we're connected and that you check in with me and find out what I'm working on throughout the week, and I really enjoy chatting with you. And so anyway, thank you so much to my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and check back every week and see what I'm working on. As you see, I work on a variety of different things, and so please subscribe and watch my progress on all these things. And so I do make weekly videos, as I was saying, and I also have been doing a few tutorials that I've been releasing here and there, and little extra things here and there. And so if you haven't subscribed, like I said, please do and join our group. I do have a Facebook group which is called Yarnjoy Podcast, and please go over there and join the group. I love to interact with the people in my group there because I'm able to see pictures that you share with us of the projects and things that you're working on, and so I really enjoy seeing what everybody else is working on, not just what I'm working on. So anyway, I think that's it. Please, everybody, have a safe and great week and wonderful weekend and a lot of family time, and I hope that you're having good weather where you're at. And so that's all, I guess. We have a big weekend coming up. We have a fall festival at our church that we're going to be attending, like the trunk or treat type thing. Of course, my kids are grown, but they still like to go and socialize. So we're going to be doing that and having a great time. So I will see you for episode 74 next week, if not earlier. So we'll see. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.